Hey everyone, before we start configuring any of the GRC components like ARM, BRM, it's very important that we first complete the basic connector configurations between our GRC system and the target system. This connector acts as a bridge between the system, and without it, none of the GRC modules will function properly. In this video, I will go through the entire connector configuration process, explain what steps we follow and how we do it. By the end of this, we'll have a fully functional connection between our GRC and ECC system. For that, let me log into the GRC system first. Okay, I'm using the best user. Okay, to create a connector, first of all, we need an RFC user. To create an RFC user, I will go to the SU01 and copy the RFC user from this Excel sheet. Okay, I'll create a user and give the same name, last name. Logon data, I will make it as user system user and give some production password. After that, in the roles profiles, I'll give SAP all and SAP new and save. We need to have the RX user in the both GRC system and the ECC system. And again, log in with the best user. SA01, create the same user, create and log on data, make the user type as system and give the production password. After that, profiles, SAP all, SAP new. After that, we'll go to the GRC. And to create a connector, the T code for that is SM59. Or you can go to the SPRO path /SPRO. Okay, SAP reference IMG. Then governance risk and compliance. Inside that, we can see common component settings, integration framework. Here also you can create connectors. Okay, to create a connector, first of all, you need to give the destination name, which I will copy from the Excel sheet. Okay, this is a protection. It will be an RFC above connection. Tick. Okay, I will fill all the details here. Okay, for the target host, you can find the target host here. Okay, I intentionally hid it. I can't show around this target host to everyone. Okay, I'll pause this video and give all the details. Okay, I already gave the target host and the instance number. Okay, in the login and security, you need to give the language and the client is 800, I think. Client number is 800 and username is RFC user. I think I should copy it from the Excel. Okay, and should also give the password. I can also make this trusted, but I don't want to make it a trusted. So after creating connector, we need to test the connection test and authorization test before doing anything other. Okay, both are successful. After that, we will maintain connectors and connection types. First of all, in this settings, we will create a connector group and assign that R connector to that group. First of all, you need to create a system which is SAP. To define a connector, here we need to new entries. The target connector is, I'll give the same. Okay, connection type will be SAP. And the source connector and logical port will be same. Okay, I think I will create a new request. Let this define connector new entries. Okay, Connector group will be this. Connection type will be SAP. Okay. SAP ERP PR production. And save. Again select. We'll assign one which group type. It's a logical group. Again save. And again assign our connector, which will be this. Enter and save. Then that we need to maintain the connector for all the scenarios like authorization, role management, and provisioning and super user privilege management. First of all, we'll do the authorization part. Select our authorizations in the connector link, entries, enter our connector, and again we will go to the maintain connector settings. We will send for this provisioning, tick provisioning, new entries, enter, save. Again we'll then go with the role management. Okay, I will explain all the details in the LinkedIn post only. If I explain right now, the video will be longer than 15 minutes, which is not allowed in LinkedIn. Okay, role management is done. Okay, I will give entire details explanation of each things in the post. Entries. Okay, enter. Hmm. After that, we'll collapse this one and explain the access control. Inside this, we need to explain maintain connector settings. Okay, entries, target connector, our application type is SAP, and it's a production. Save. Okay, if you want, we can also enable this password self-service, but in this, I don't want to enable it. After that, maintain mappings. We need to map our connector group for all the actions will take. Okay, first of all, we need to connector group each. I will copy from this. Okay, connector group, active application type each, SAP, and save. Then select this one, and here we will create our mappings. Okay, first our connector group, our action will be for role generation. Target connector will be this. Yes, I think I only assigned one connector. Okay, again connector group, action each, this is analysis, and sorry, now connector will be this same connector. For action 3, which is authorization maintenance. For that also I will use the same connector. Okay, this is a basic connector configuration. That's why I'm using the same connector for everything. Okay, the provisioning part also we'll use the same connector. I think we should also do this HR also. And save. With this, all the connector configuration is complete. Okay, we will do that one repository object sync. Okay, to see whether it's working or not. If we did everything correct, it should work. I think it's working. Okay, we'll create a new window and do the further configuration settings for all the components. Okay, SPR, SPIMG reference. Sorry. Yes. The access control, first of all, you need to create a business process and sub process. Okay. it will create one business process which will by finance or finance. I will only create one business process. I think it's already exist in FICO one. Yes. I think someone already created the same name. That's why I have this. Okay. In the sub process, we'll create AP, which is account payable. We can add multiple sub process, but for this, since it's a practice server, I'll only be adding one account payable. Save and go back. After that, for role management, we need to create our project release and again methodology process. Okay. So to create a project release, we need to execute this one, maintain project and product release name. Okay. There, we'll copy that project release. Okay. Where page one. Okay. Save. Again, go back. And for the role management methodology, we'll define methodology process and steps. First of all, we need to define our own methodology here. Okay. Which I will take from here. I think what's the number? 16. Methodology process will be 16. Make it default. As static system, I will use the same. Okay. After that, here we need to make our methodology as default. Okay. We'll undo this one and save. But now will not give any error. Select this one. We need to define the steps which will be followed for creating a roles in the GI and WBC. Okay. For the I will only do the four basic steps. Okay. Define and to define roles, actions and permissions, and generation and provisioning. Okay. For define, we will list define role. Here we can some definition. The second step will be maintain authorizations. Here actions and permissions. Here we'll select generate. Here generate role generation. Here we'll update that provisioning. Here provisioning. So, okay, these steps will be followed for creating the roles in the NWBC. Okay, you can still add more steps. Okay, you can also define our steps here. Okay, I think for that's for today. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, we'll do the actual GRC components. Okay, thank you.